So we're here at Bukit Brown Cemetery, just south of WWII Reservoir, and the place is under threat from possibility of putting a new road through here. And as you can see, all the graves have been recently marked up and the plot numbers have been put on because they're due to survey the graves and they're going to be removing some. However, for us, for our story, there's something more than just the graves up here. This position was held by the 4th Suffolks on the 14th and 15th of February 1942, and they took on the might of the 5th Division, who were coming up from the Singapore Island Country Club golf course over to the west. And the 4th Suffolks had had a bit of a hellish time, and they dug in along the ridge here, expecting to have an easy time of it. And on the evening of the 14th and the 15th, Japanese tanks, Japanese infantry stormed across the Lorney Road and basically forced them out of their positions at gunpoint, bayoneted quite a few of them. So not only do we have a graveyard here, but we have a potential battlefield. And for an archaeologist looking for traces of that particular action, it's going to be pretty difficult, as you can see from the terrain around us. The locals believe that after the fighting, bodies and equipment, unexploded ammunition, all the detritus of war that you'd normally get is strewn over the landscape. And in the days after the fighting, parties of troops and prisoners and locals went around, collected all this stuff up. And across the site there are a number of wells, and these wells were filled with abandoned equipment. And perhaps what's more eerie, spooky about it, is that they were putting bodies down the wells as well. In theory, these wells will be filled in by now, so you should see them as mild depressions in the ground. And covered with all this foliage, it might be difficult to identify them. So what we're looking for is locals who may know where the wells were, and then perhaps these telltale signs of sinkholes, areas of perhaps more growth with the vegetation. Now we have Suffolk men noted as going missing during the fighting for this particular place, and it'll be interesting to find out whether we can survey the site, find out where these wells were, and hopefully uncover them and see what's in the bottom.